and welcome back to Poke and Zen's Minecraft Adventures. I'm Robin, also known as Poke, or Pocus, or however you want to pronounce it. So this is part 2, and we finally found the cove. We're starting to get set up. Zen is exploring a little, you can see her there, and she sent me on a quest to find pigs, because we need meat badly. I get a little distracted by stone and coal, and eventually move on. The marker you saw back there is actually something Zen has been periodically setting up to mark dungeons and caves and things we can explore later. So here I am coming back to the hovel, where Zen is improving it. She's adding a fence, because of, well, these guys, and that. I have a tendency to blow them up a little too often. I actually blew up our hovel at one point, thus the fence. So I continue on my exploration for pigs, and I barely make it back in time for sunset, and monsters and creepers and all that fun jazz. And it seems Zen caught herself a sheep. So in the morning, day dawns, you can see Zen there. She's started the foundation, and I get attacked by a random skeleton in the day because he's hiding out in this little hole here, which I get a little pissed off at him. How dare he hide and not get burned by the sun like he should, taking little pot shots at us. I deal with that, and Zen comes over a little confused because she thought she saw and heard a skeleton, but when she goes there, there's nothing there. I head back to our dirt hovel, and while doing so, I hear a little, yeah, that. I go and grab my supplies, ignoring it, but on the way back, we can see what happened. I'm not the only one that dances with creepers around here. I head to the location where I'm going to build my house, and I get started as well. So after a bit of time, we've worked on our houses, which occasionally you can see in the background, and we've built a tunnel that we're planning to flood. We're both convinced that if we break down this small wall, the water will go flooding in, it'll go down the tunnel, and all will be merry. We obviously have no clue how water mechanics in this game work, as we're about to find out. I definitely had a moment here. You can kind of see it as I pan the camera back and forth, a little confused about what didn't happen. So after a bit more trial and error and futzing around with the sand here, we eventually just resort to flooding the tunnel ourselves. And thus the relay begins. Zen's busy moving water around, I have no clue why. She's just moving buckets around back there. One bucket, back and forth. While I'm doing a quick relay and actually flooding the tunnel. I will leave that without comment. This poor cow is a little upset, kind of got stuck in there. So after flooding it, and a whole lot of, we actually rebuilt part of the tunnel after taking it apart, because we had no clue how to even out the water, it was just floods. But I actually figured it out. Just trial, error, and getting frustrated and throwing buckets everywhere. And I eventually figured out how to do this, to even out the rapidy water. So I've already done most of the tunnel at this point, but you can kind of see me finishing up here, getting to the end of it. And there we go. One water tunnel. So after we had the water tunnel done, we had to move on to